We have another artist with us by the name of Jayna Jennings, all the way from
Hi,
Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, Miss Jayna. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. I am loving this artwork on the wall behind you.
Oh, thank you.
Did you do these by any chance, or?
Yes. So I have kind of an addiction to painting and I think about it all the time and like I see things and I'm like I gotta go home and paint that and then I ended up with like 30 paintings and nowhere to put them. So I've just started putting them anywhere and all of these are wet and are currently drying and so I couldn't take so I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these because I don't want to. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be weird to have them on tonight, but I was like, they're wet and I have nowhere to put them, so I just left
Nope.
them. So
I love it.
anyway,
I love
this is my
it.
art gallery, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Some people have those digital backgrounds. I like this so much, Morris.
Oh, thanks.
Well, apparently you are quite the multifaceted artist here.
Well,
Tell
thank
us
you
a
so
little bit
much.
about yourself.
So I'm an artist apparently. um, and oh, Red messaged me and asked if they're for sale. LOL.
Yes.
I have kind of thought about it before. I was like, well, I have so many of them. I probably should sell them, but I didn't know if anybody would ever want to hang one of my pictures up. So like,
I've seen what passes for art sometimes. Yes, people will buy those.
okay, well, I hope that's a compliment. Thank you.
That is a compliment. Do not take that as anything
Oh,
other than a
no,
compliment.
I'm
These are
just joking
beautiful.
with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And another thing about me is, well, I've been singing since I was 3, but I've been performing professionally since about 11. So I guess that's 11 years of performing professionally. And I do Americana folk most of the time, and gospel is kind of like my like the way I find like peace and like relaxation. Like that's how praising God is kind of like my main thing in my personal life, and then like getting on and doing gospel is like really important to me too. So it kind of goes hand in hand with my ministry as I've been doing suicide prevention work for and just mental health awareness for the past 6 years, and so everything kind of flows together, I think.
My goodness, you've got a full career's worth of work, and you're what? I'm doing the math. 21,
22.
22.
Wait, did I do the math wrong?
I don't know. I'm trusting.
Like 22 minus 11.
Okay, yeah, 11.
Okay,
You're right.
I was about to have to. I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
be like,
trust your math more than mine.
I wouldn't
I'm a
trust my
lot
math at
older than
all.
22.
I wouldn't trust my math at all. I had to ask. I was like, wait, did I just embarrass myself on a live stream? No, but I
No, I
did.
did. It's okay.
No, you're fine. But like, I was like, that's gonna be one of those things I think about at 1 a.m. Like,
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh no. Well, oh my gosh, you a full career already. I mean, wow, what there's a treasure trove to work from on just that alone.
oh,
So, yeah, I don't even know where to start except to just say tell us about your music. Other than,
okay.
the first song, I'm assuming, is it one of yours?
No, actually, so
I
Joshua.
am just batting 1,000 with you today.
Yeah, no, it's not one I wrote. I can do one. Hang on, let me just change plans.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Don't you dare!
this
Don't
one
you
that I
dare!
wrote. I would like to say that I wrote this. Actually, Josh messaged me and asked if I would cover Waymaker. So I quickly pulled up some lyrics, and I'm gonna try it and dedicate this song to him.
Josh and Waymaker. Yes, that makes sense.
So anyway, this is my take on it. This is my version out of the many who covered this one, and I'm excited about it. So I hope I do it justice, Josh. Thanks so much.
All right, Jayna Jennings here on Red Zero.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship worship you. I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. Worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I can't feel it, you're working. Even when I can't see it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
All right, Jayna Jennings, Waymaker on Red's Room. Yeah, there's kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a, I just totally blanked out on the word I was looking for. Kind of a history of people doing covers of Waymaker.
Yeah.
And Kat Stewart is one of the ones that, is like, Josh is like, oh, Kat, you got to do Waymaker. She was supposed to be on tonight, but she realized she got her dates mixed up, so she had to drop at the last minute. So.
That might have been why he asked me to do it, because he
Probably.
asked me right before and was like, will you do Waymaker? And I was like, I will try my best. So I looked it up, so hopefully
well, you definitely did it justice. You definitely did it justice. Great job.
Thanks.
Great job. Oh my goodness. So I'm reading through your bio beforehand, and honestly, girl, you got like 5 pages here.
Well, it's funny because I used to host a show in Pigeon Forge, and like I would have guests come on and I'd ask them for their bio, because I like to research people before I interview them. Because I feel like I want to ask them the deep questions, like, why did you write this song, or like, what were you going through, instead of like, so like, where are you from? And so I wanted to like research them, and so I would get bios that were 3 sentences, like, I grew up in Kansas and my mom used to sing, so now I do. Like, I can't make questions out of this. How am I supposed to ask you stuff? So I tried to make a bio that gives enough content that if somebody wanted to know something about me, to ask me about something, they could. So I just put everything
So
I
somewhere
had.
between 3 and 3,000 words. So there's a happy medium in there somewhere.
I don't know. The longer the bio, the more you have to ask about.
That you definitely gave me a lot. I do appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, um, but with all of that information, you have obviously, you just in the little bit that you've told us, you've obviously done a lot in ministry already, and you are so very young still. And I can say that because I am over 40. So,
Thank you.
so anyone in their 20s, you're still a baby. My goodness. And now, share some of the highlights. I mean, you've had some really amazing things happen in the last couple of years. Share with us some of those highlights and what they meant to you.
Okay, well that's a hard question. I don't know. I think that one of the highlights would probably be working with Change, a nonprofit, um, suicide prevention, just a community nonprofit. And so being able to go and work, like they would have me come sing at their parties and stuff. So it kind of helped direct what I wanted to do with my ministry a little bit more, because I had been singing for a couple of years and thinking like, well, I want to get into mental health awareness, and I had a song about it that like randomly happened. And so I wanted to figure out like how to channel it, and so working with them was really a highlight, because it helped me get, like, it changed the trajectory of what I wanted to do, because it gave me a mission statement, which is I want to spread a message of hope to everyone who hears me, which I say every time I'm on the show, so that's my catchphrase, I guess. But a message of hope is really important to me, and so whenever I'm picking songs or I'm writing songs, and writing is cathartic for me, and so I will write some very sad songs sometimes, like this is a real downer, but then I have to think about, like, when I'm releasing music or performing, I think about, what do I want the main takeaway to be? Do I want it to be something really sad, or do I want it to be a hopeful thing that helps people? So I think we all go through the same things and go through some sad times, and hearing somebody else say so can help, and it can make
Absolutely.
us feel like we're tied together more. Um,
Absolutely.
and that's, but I like to have Joni Mitchell says there has to be a resolution at the end of a song, or it's just complaining. So I try to have a resolution at the end of my song, so that, or like some kind of hopeful message, even if it's just at the end of like this really dark, like, today was a bad day, and like, life, but then it's like, but it's okay. So that's kind of how it got me into writing a little bit more, with more in mind, which has been helpful to me, because even if nobody ever hears it, at least it was a resolution for me. So
Yep.
recording an album was amazing. I put out a 2-part album, and it got nominated for Album of the Year, so that was an amazing thing. That's a highlight.
Wow.
um I don't know. I have loved the journey so far, and I'm excited to see where God takes me next.
That's wonderful. I love both of those things. So tell us about your next selection.
Okay, so I'll do one I wrote so that I can be like, yes, this one is.
This is
So
one that you wrote. All right, good.
yeah, so just swap this. This is one I did. Swap this. When you asked, is this a song you wrote? I said yes. Actually, that was
Okay.
a perfect segue. Thank you. Um,
I try my best.
yeah, perfect segue.
I'm a
Fantastic.
professional, eh?
Yeah, it was my bad. I just should have just done this one, but I was like, no, actually, just gonna do
Actually,
this.
no. I'm doing Waymaker.
Just no, Waymaker now. No, no. Okay, Lord
It
song.
is Waymaker time.
This is Waymaker time. We're on Waymaker time. Thank you. No, okay. So Lord, this is a song I wrote called Lord's Song, and it's a song about making the best out of things that go wrong. I'm just kidding. It's a song about giving over all your plans to the Lord, which is something that I have a really hard time doing. And like we talked about this earlier about being a perfectionist,
Mm-hmm.
um, because you want things to go your way, and you
Yeah.
want them to live up to what's. I mean, I don't know if y'all are like me, but like You think about it beforehand in your head, and you're like, this is how it's going to happen. And then
Uh-huh.
when it doesn't, you're like, this isn't going according to script.
Yep.
So this just doesn't work out for me. And so this is a
The world would be
song.
such a better place if everyone just did what I told them to.
Yes, and if they could read my mind and say the things that I've already written for them
Yeah.
to say.
It would just make so much more sense.
It would make more sense, and plus I would have the right reaction.
Right.
And I don't know, I mean, like, a whole lot of stuff would be better. Plus, you would always get what you wanted. You would never leave with the wrong order at the fast food restaurant. And when you're like, where's my sauce? That would never happen. And so this is a song about learning how to cope with those things.
I
In
love
all
it.
seriousness, I wrote this.
Why? Why start now?
Like, why start being serious now? Like, I've never been serious a day in my life. Why should I start now? No, but
This is not the place, Jayna.
yeah, we're on joke time now.
Fourth slide. I mean, it's traditional.
It's true. I feel like my last time I was the first one, and I was so serious. I was like, guess what? I'm gonna sing this really serious. And now I'm the last one. I feel like I'm doing exactly like I'm doing fourth slot crazy. I'm doing fourth slot mania. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yes, we have had this wonderful time of worship together, and we're all just kind of on this high. And absolutely,
And now we just are being silly.
yes.
But
Let the shenanigans commence.
as always, as always. But yeah, I wrote this song whenever I was kind of depressed about some things in life and wondering how things were going to work out. And it might be kind of silly, but I had a dream that I was trying to make grass grow. And I was like, everything that I'm doing is just not working. And God was like, that's my job. Just enjoy what you have right now. And so this is just a reminder that God is faithful to his promises. He's the one that makes the grass grow. And if he remembers to water the flowers every day and make the grass grow and change the seasons and hang out the stars at night, he can take care of all your problems, because that's a vast, beautiful job. And so anything that you pray about, he's already walked through, and he already knows all about it. And if you just give him your plans, even when things don't go according to your plan, God's plan is always perfect. And that's something that I have a hard time remembering sometimes. So I wrote this song to help me remember to give him everything rather than trying to work it all out myself.
I love that. I love that. Thank you.
When my feeble knees can't stand, you will help me move. When my heart can't stand the break, you will always take the weight. Take the weight. When the way is broken and dry, you will always lead the way. When in time I see your grace, you will make a smiling face. So I'll just let you take my hand, and Jesus, I'll give you all my plans. When my feet won't touch the ground, you will keep me safe and sound. Safe and sound. When the day goes on and on, you will help me bear the load. And when I need to find relief, I find it all in your peace. Sweet peace. 'Cause the way is so bright, it's blinding me. Take my hand, you'll have to guide me. So I'll just let you
right. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing.
Well, thank you. Of course, anytime.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here until it's over.
Try the veal.
What?
Try the veal, tip your waitress.
All those things.
All those things.
They want you to take the rolls.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That was no, I'm absolutely serious. That was absolutely beautiful. Definitely inspired, and something that I think we can all take something from, and I think that really shows the brilliance in a songwriter when something that's extremely personal to you can become personal to someone else through just your words.
I think that's
beautiful.
important. I think that we all like. Okay, so I've indirectly talked about Common Sense, the Thomas Paine.
Love
And
it.
like
Love
all
it.
of my, I've indirectly talked about Thomas Paine's Common Sense in like all of my interviews since like 2015.
Okay.
But I've never mentioned it by name, so this is the first time. But he just put into words what other people were thinking and couldn't put into words. So I just think that's really cool. And so as a songwriter, when I think about how do I capture a certain feeling with words that will help other people be able to put into words their feeling when they might not be able to express like what they've been going through. It's like that's such a important but fearful job, because you know that you stand in a place that has the power to communicate things that are really intense and are really important. And so as a songwriter, it's like it's a heavy thing, but it's such an amazing gift to think that you're able to meet people in a place where they are without ever meeting that person.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I have to. I definitely say I concur with that, and I have to share with you a comment on your last song, Doreen Christensen Pinkerton, that this is a song I'd want to listen to in my car on a trip through the country.
Would you really? Well, guess what? It's on Spotify and iTunes, and I would mail you a CD if you wanted. So.
Aww.
I'm just saying, like, that's such a compliment. That's a dream of mine, is like that people would actually listen to it in their car. So I would make that happen for you if you make it happen for me.
Well, we are all about connections on Red's Room here. So, making dreams come true across the board. That's perfect.
Amen.
That's perfect. I'm sorry, you're saying that, and my mind is flashing to an episode of How I Met Your Mother when they're driving from New York to Cleveland, and 500 Miles gets stuck in the tape recorder, and yes, so they drive 400 miles each way to 500 miles on repeat. So I can just see
a few breaks, I'm sure.
So I'm just seeing your song stuck on repeat.
See, but that would make me happy if somebody like got stuck with it. I'd be like, wow, thank you guys. If you still like it after driving that far while hearing it over and over, then you're a true friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what you got next for us? Another cross country compatriot here?
Yes. And that I feel like is a staple of every road trip. It's, every road trip is incomplete without a nice, comforting version of Abide With Me.
Ah, love it.
Because, you want the Lord to go with you on your trip. And be there with
Absolutely.
You.
Jesus, take the wheel and all of that.
All of that. No, but see, I was being serious, and then, Jesus, take the wheel made me laugh, and now I feel... That was very funny. Good one. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Never know what you're going to get here on Red's Room.
Amen. Okay. All right. Abide with me. abide with me. Fast falls the eventide, the darkness deepens. Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. Swift to its close, ebbs out life's little day. Earth's joys grow dim as glories pass away. Change and decay in all around I see. Oh, thou who changes not, abide with me. I fear no foe, with thee at hand to bless. Ills have no weight, and tears no bitterness. Where is death's sting? Where grave thy victory? I triumph still if thou abide with me. Abide with me. Abide with me.
Amen. Jayna Jennings here on Red's Room tonight. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you. It's one of my favorite hymns.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I do have to give a public service announcement. As we were talking before, we shouldn't throw our hands up and let Jesus take the wheel on the freeway because we can crash that way. Red wanted to remind us of that and make sure we had that disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Jesus taking the
Thanks,
wheel is
Red.
a figurative, metaphorical.
Although I have seen a very interesting TikTok with that.
Really? No, but yeah. Oh,
you'll have to look it up. Take my word for it.
All right, so like as soon as I'm gonna like do some light scrolling on TikTok.
Yep. Jesus take the wheel.
Just
Somebody had
search
fun
Jesus
with
take
that
the
one.
wheel.
I think so. I think that's what it's under. Somebody just had a lot of fun with it.
Okay, that's funny. All right, love it.
Gosh. Anyways, you never know what roads we're going to travel down here
So
on
true.
Red's Room.
Which is why Jesus needs to take the wheel.
Yes, please.
It's like so many.
Way to
so
bring
many,
it back.
Yeah. That's just it's a metaphor, guys. Like for the Lord takes care of your life, but we just keep going back to the road, and it's very funny. But it makes me feel kind of like it's just really funny. God bless. Sorry.
We are definitely on the fourth slot high here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, you got one more for us, right? Oh no, Jayna. Did I crash or did Jayna crash? Oh, there you are. Okay.
Oh, okay, good. I was
Yes.
like, what's happening? I've lost you. But you come back.
Exactly. I was doing the same thing, Jayna.
What happened? Where did you go? I've been cut off. Separated.
It's the gremlins. It's the little demons.
Lord, I hope not.
No, God's in control. It's all right. He's got the wheel, right?
Yeah, we've already made that. We've already made that request. All right, so this next song is called "Jesus Take the Wheel."
Perfect. How did you know?
Thank you.
Well, before you get started, I would ask you to promote thyself, if you could.
Okay. Well, my name is Jayna Jennings, Jayna Jennings, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, but like seldom. I have some silly videos on TikTok if you wanted to look at them and see my most embarrassing moments. That's where to go. And cringy TikToks. And my website is janajennings.net. And if you just type in Jayna Jennings, I should be the only redhead that comes up. So
All
I hope
right.
so. Oh, and YouTube.
Of course, how could we forget YouTube?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so tell us about your last selection.
So this song is a another favorite hymn of mine that I remembered I liked today. And I was like, I like that song, I'll do it. And it's How Can I Keep From Singing?
I love it.
My life flows on an endless song above earth's limitation. I hear the sweet, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It finds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? When though my joys and comforts die, I know my Savior liveth. When though the darkness gather round, songs in the night He giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that refuge clinging, since Christ is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? I lift my eyes, the cloud grows thin. I see the blue above it, and day by day this pathway smooths, since first I learned to love it. The peace of Christ makes fresh my heart, a fountain ever springing. All things are mine since I am His. How can I keep from singing? No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that refuge clinging. Yeah, Christ is Lord of heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing?
Amen. Amen. What a beautiful way to end our night for us. Thank you so much, Jayna.
Thank you so much.
It's such a joy to get to meet you and get to hear some of your music.
It was wonderful meeting you. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you.